Hi and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who haven't watched any of my videos, my name is Alaska Walters. I am an author and content creator. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some ways that help me get over writer's block, because lately especially I have gone through this a lot. I found it very hard to concentrate and keep on pushing through and writing. So here are some of the things that have helped me. Quickly before I get started, I just wanted to remind everyone that I do have a Patreon account and I'm planning on being a lot more active on that right now. I have a tier for magazine creators and a tier for authors, and I did just upload my ultimate guide to magazine publishing book, which I have just finished writing, up onto there, so you guys get early access to that now. And I'm currently in the stage of publishing it, so it's currently up for pre-order, but you guys have early access, which is awesome. And I also have a contact list on there for all your magazine needs, and same with the authors or bookstores that take self-published books. And for the magazine creators, I have a list of contacts with brands and different people that you might want to work with, places to sell your magazines, and just some great contacts in there. Also on both of those tiers, I have some exclusive videos for you guys, don't mind my lollipop, as well as some Q&As and exclusive content for relating to both magazine and author creation. And I also have started up a membership section here on YouTube, where I show my book earnings and YouTube earnings and all of that, so feel free to check that out as well. And let's get into the video. First tip, and this is in no order of importance, just the order that I'm remembering, is to do research. So whenever I'm writing a book and I kind of get writer's block and I don't know what to do next, or I just don't feel like writing, I find that researching the topic that I'm writing about always helps get me excited and kind of triggers that want to start writing again. So research is a big one for me. The next would be to take a break and just have a breather, take a few days, a day, a week, whatever you need to just have a break, refresh, watch some shows, read some books, and fill up that creative well again and give yourself some rest. But don't take too much of a break, because I find that if I take too long of a break, like a month even sometimes, it's very hard to get back into writing. So my next tip is to listen to some music. And I never used to be one to listen to music while I wrote, but I just started doing it recently, and it has really just helped motivate me and get me in the mood, especially listening to songs that you feel like would go with the mood of the scene that you're currently writing. It just helps a lot. I find myself often like lost in writing while listening to the music. The next one is to read, because reading books often just helps fill those creative juices and gives you an idea of how other people are writing, different writing styles. Often hearing other people's stories can trigger your own stories, and I just find that writing helps a lot and makes me a better writer. And I feel like if you're a writer who doesn't read, your writing's not going to be great. You're not going to know kind of what's trendy at the moment in books, and not even just that, but like just writing styles in general and the way people are telling stories, book covers, all of that. There's kind of like a flow that you need to follow to keep readers engaged, and it's just really helpful to read that and read like how characters intertwine with each other and world building and all of that. And it's like you kind of naturally just pick that up when you read. You don't even need looking for those things to pick those up. They just naturally come to you when you're reading so much. And the next thing is to watch a creative movie. So whenever I watch a creative movie, that always makes me feel inspired and kind of well rested enough to start writing. My next tip is to read some books on the craft. So read some books that are going to help you in your writing craft and up your writing skills, whether that be how to translate books into different languages how to build worlds, how to build relationships between characters, and all sorts of things like that. I will link some books that have helped me down below. My next thing is to push through it and write anyway. So sometimes you could just really not feel like writing, and I'm not talking about burnout, because when you're burnt out you should take a break, but just when you've got writer's block specifically, just even writing a sentence, just anything can help push you through that. And I find that the more that I avoid trying to write, the worse that my writer's block becomes. So I feel like if I just push myself to write even just a sentence, most of the time I end up writing more than that, and it literally helps me every single time. So that is my tips. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. These things really are helping me, especially at the moment, because I feel like right now I'm going through a lot of writer's block, and getting motivated is really hard for me the last few weeks, maybe even the last month, in trying to just show up every day, write, even if it's for 5 minutes, and it really is helping me push through. Some days it's helping me get inspired, other days I'm just literally writing a sentence, but I'm still adding to the story. So half the time, well actually more than half the time, lots of the time I will go back when I'm going through stages like this and read what I've written, and it's actually good, and I surprise myself. So you never know, it does really help. So I really encourage you to try one or some of these things. Check out my Patreon and YouTube membership, and I will link everything else down below, the links to my new books, where you can pre-order The Ultimate Guide to Magazine Publishing, my latest book Breaking Ties, my Instagrams, the social medias, and all of that. So thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in my next video.